Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday to all of you. In today's video we will look into Albania protests again because we really have to see what's going on, and if we stop talking about it, that's actually what they want. So to honor the flamingos, I've chosen this color of the microphone today. I know, what else can I do, right? At least I can talk about it. So you're gonna hear from PM Rama, the Prime Minister of Albania, how he can guarantee, what will be his guarantee that the money that's coming from that so-called deal with Jared Kushner, Ivanka Trump, and other very influential people from the Middle East, as far as the Sazan Island goes, will that money actually go to Albanian citizens? And if so, how will it look like? He's going to answer it, kind of. We will go back to this topic of actress. I do it in quotation marks because I don't think she really is an actress. And her acting, like I said, was never my favorite. Gwyneth Paltrow and her mother-in-law. Who is her mother-in-law? And why her mother-in-law has any connection with Netanyahu? Yeah, with Netanyahu. We're going to look into it. And we will also look into the boat. Because you remember that boat that Rothschild has, and Ivanka and Jared were on it, and that's how they discovered the island. Well, I'm going to show you another boat that is probably much smaller than Rothschild's boat, and this is Zuckerberg's boat. That's right, Facebook guy, DARPA project guy. So that's what we're gonna look with in today. And first I want to show you something, guys. I want to show you this image. And by the way, thank you. I really appreciate when you hit the thumbs up and you subscribe. It really helps the channel a lot. So let me show you this painting first. What do you think? It's titled Sazan Island, Albania. And you can see flamingo reaching out here for the Albanian symbol. Pretty cool, huh? And the face expression is almost identical to the origin. So the first thing I want to show you guys, let me just go back to myself, will be the protests, because people are not giving up and they are actually now, well, they have been doing this. They are going through those fences that are guarding this project because, you know, the work is already going on in some areas of that island. So let's take a look. I'm going to play two videos for you. It's going to show you how the citizens of Albania are still protesting and doing whatever they can to stop that project on Sazan Island. Let's take a look.
Rinian, mam shmoto. Sam ne tamen, nuk nuk net në bëjë tjetër mua. Me ngarde. Po këtu me deken to këteme, sa shtoka jeme, e to ka gjyshi tem. Ma ka vle 4 gjyshi me Napoleona.
E shikoni se qa bajnë ata sa po visko. Vendosi këtana me gjaba. Vendosi ka gjëra dhe beton. Në tokë që të bajtë ta ka jetu me sa.
So as you could see, they are using any tools they have to remove those fences. Now let's hear from this guy who is the Prime Minister of Albania. Very dark energy around this man. Don't you agree? There is something almost, when you look at him or it, maybe it's it. I feel cruelty. That was my first impression that I got. The first time I look at him, I was feeling he must be very cruel. But then, someone left the comments a few videos ago reminding me that he was actually bending at the front of Giorgia Meloni. They had some meetings and he was encountering her, and maybe I can find it to show you later, and he was acting very strangely, like going on his knees at the front of her. Anyway, so let's take a listen to this guy again. In this short interview, he's gonna say how he can guarantee that the money from this project will go to benefit the people of Albania.
You've also said that this would inject billions into the Albanian economy. Something we heard from protesters when we were out there on Wednesday night was that they don't believe it. They say they're not going to be seeing that money. So my question to you is, how do you ensure that these billions that are going to be injected into the economy make it down to everyday Albanians?
What does it mean?
How does
it mean? What does it mean? This is an ideological bullshit, because an investment of such magnitude in tourism, of course, is to build something spectacular, and of course is not accessible for everybody, but it brings a lot of income for everyone because the country takes a lot of profit.
I spoke to Albanian Prime Minister Edi Rama about that controversial resort development linked to Jared Kushner that has sparked massive protests in Albania. He says they're still negotiating with Kushner's firm. So I asked him if he thinks that could pose a conflict of interest.
What conflict of interest? What they are talking about?
He's negotiating on behalf of the
negotiating.
U.S.
Jared Kushner is not negotiating.
Ceasefires with Iran, with Ukraine, with Gaza. And at the same time, he's striking these billion-dollar deals.
He is not striking. No, again, you have to understand, Jared Kushner and Ivanka came here and approached us when it was not clear if Donald Trump would go to jail or would go to the White House.
Right, but they're still negotiating at the moment.
What does it mean?
You said there's no project, they're still negotiating on
It's still a negotiation, and now the company is much more different than it was in the beginning, because it's not just Jared Kushner. It's Power Holding, which is one of the biggest companies in Qatar, of two fantastic brothers and friends. So what you guys want, go make your fight, United States against Trump. Don't come here to fight with Trump. It's nonsense.
Protesters have been calling for Rama to step down. He says he's not going anywhere.
So I am used to it,
You're not going anywhere.
Bigger the dream, bigger the ambition, bigger the resistance. And this is how countries grow.
You've also said that this would inject billions into the Albanian economy.
What a dude, right? The bigger the dream, the bigger the resistance. Well, kind of, but I want to see something. I want to see something. So just bear with me here, guys. I want to go to, and when we will return to it. So actually, let's do this here. I want to look at one thing. How long Edi Rama is a prime minister, has been prime minister? Do you see this? Edi Rama has been the prime minister of Albania since September 15, 2013. He has served for over 12 years and is currently in his record 4th consecutive term in office. So imagine, guys, just imagine the level of corruption for 12 or 13 years. Of course, he doesn't want to go anywhere. Like, why would he, right? Just keep on continue. How much money he got for that deal? I think he got portion from the Kushner/Israel side, and he got portion from the Qatari side, right? So now, since we are on the topic of money and influence and, all these things, because again, it's all connected, we have to go back to Gwyneth Paltrow. Yes, Gwyneth Paltrow, you know, the so-called actress who has been in this commercial lately advertising the real estate project Park 51. That's the name of it in Israel. And she got enormous backlash. However, there is more to the story. So first we're gonna read this, and then I'm gonna read you another article, because indeed it all starts to make sense. Who is her mother-in-law? Let me find this post. Just bear with me. Okay. So this is her current mother-in-law, and we will go after. I'm going to show you her current husband, the second husband, and this is his mother. So her mother-in-law, her name is Nancy Falchuk. This is her. And she is very high into this organization, Hadass, the Women's Zionist Organization of America. I think she's the president, or like the, you know, the top leader of this organization. Hadassah, the Women's Zionist Organization of America, was founded before Israel was a state and before women could vote. We didn't sit on the sidelines then, and we certainly don't now. So this is from their official website. Today, we are 300,000 strong across the country and across the generations, proof of just how big an impact we can have when we bring philanthropy, or they like philanthropy, and women's leadership together. And here she is with Netanyahu. So what is the story? Well, first, let me take you to the story with Netanyahu. Let me read you this article. When was it? This all starts to make sense why Gwyneth Paltrow is in that commercial, right, guys? Besides the aspect that she's 17th generation of rabbis. From Newton, Massachusetts, right? I believe that's the state. Nancy Falchuk, and let me actually give you the date. This is from October 22nd, 2012. Nancy Falchuk, Newton resident, to award Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. There they are. Maybe one more photo. Okay. Let's read it. On Thursday, October 18th, Nancy Falchuk of Newton, Massachusetts, the immediate past national president, that was her role, of Hadassah, awarded Israel's prime minister with Hadassah's most prestigious accolade, the Henrietta Scholz Award. Founded in 1912, Hadassah, the Women's Zionist Organization of America, is the largest women membership organization in the United States, 330,000 members strong. So I wonder how many more now, since this was 2012. Hadassah is entering its second century, growing its commitments to innovative and life-changing medical care and research. That's interesting, medical care and research, like Brain Initiative and things like that. I'm sure Epstein knew a lot about this too. Women's empowerment, education, advocacy, philanthropy, and building Jewish identity. In his speech, said Prime Minister Netanyahu to the Hadassah delegation, quoting Netanyahu, "It's good to have you. I came here tonight remembering something that my father, who passed away last year, told me. If you want to understand the power of women, look at Hadassah. Last year, Hadassah treated over 1 million patients. It's absolutely amazing, and the research conducted in Hadassah is improving the lives of tens of millions of people around the world. It's really contributing to mankind and to womankind. A mission of Newton's residents, members of the Boston chapter of Hadassah, joined over 2,000 members from across the US to celebrate together." Okay, anyway, so now let me show you her son, who is the current husband of Gwyneth Paltrow. It's all connected, isn't it? Okay. So this guy here, Brad Falchuk, you remember she was married before to Chris Martin from Coldplay. Now she's married to Brad Falchuk, who is executive producer, and he produced many shows. One of those shows, actually, let's click on him. So I'm going to show you down below here. This is the guy. Looks like she wears the pants in this relationship, in my opinion, but never mind. Let's continue. So these are the shows. And then there is something interesting here, because this is her from 2019 drama titled The Politician. And I was, I don't watch TV, I don't own TV, and I am definitely not subscribed to Netflix, which this was aired on. But I found a video with this. The sound is not perfect, but I'm gonna play it. A scene from this movie in which she is actually talking. So let's take a look. Just one moment, another video, guys. Thank you for your patience. And let me actually mute myself first. So you're gonna hear from this clip her presentation, right? As a politician. That's how they project the future. But the sound is not perfect. So you have to bring your volume up if you want to hear it better.
Propaganda to divide this country along any number of cultural lines because they make a ton of money doing it. And they're good at it. They've won. We can't agree on policy in this country because we can't agree on facts.
Okay, I'd like to move on.
And that's why I think California should secede from the Union.
I'm sorry, would you care to elaborate?
California should be its own independent country. Most of our federal tax dollars go out of state to people who think that we are pot-smoking, Satan-worshipping abortion doctors or something, who can't shut up about how our high taxes are strangling the private sector, and yet somehow California manages to remain the world leader in growth, industry, innovation, and culture. We have the best public university system in the history of humankind. So maybe, just maybe, we are doing something right. And you have to ask yourself eventually, are we ever going to change their minds? Are we ever going to change them? No. This state is in a bad marriage. And what do you do when you're in a bad marriage? You get a divorce. Sorry, Texas and West Virginia and Alabama, I'm sure you're beautiful deep down inside, but we're moving on. And New York, if you're listening, why don't you join us? We'd make a great country. Illinois, we'd be totally down for that too. And if you're watching at home, and this sounds interesting to you, go to my website or use the hashtag, let's get the cow out of here.
So guys, this was in 2019 when it was aired. And I have to say that now, sidetracking from her mother-in-law, Jewish, etc., connections, I have to say that I believe that actually this will take place, that United States will be divided and some states will, so-called, if this is correct saying, exit the Union. And I think California, Illinois, actually the states she mentioned will be the ones. So now, as far as time frame goes, don't you think 10 years from that moment when they aired that, so 2029, we are in 2026 now, so it's just 3 years from now. I think it's very possible. So we see if I'm still making videos for you. I think I will be. So I will go back to that moment when I said it in June 14th, 2026, and it will be 2029, and probably California will be on the way out, maybe even sooner. But what do you think about it? So that's how everything is connected, guys. Mother-in-law, husband, movie, Jared Kushner, Ivanka Trump, all of this stuff. And now let's finish this video with those tunnels, because, you know, this has been reported by a number of content creators, and I'm not the only one, of course, but those tunnels in New York City, that 71 girls, perfectly dressed in very clean clothes and very entertained and happy, they were exiting that synagogue, that building, and they were in the tunnels, right? Like they were exploring something. So you might be wondering how those tunnels look like. And actually, there are some articles that you can find that are showing the picture of those tunnels, but I came across a video that is like a kind of satire and humor about it. He's, you know, making fun of it. This guy is actually standing at the front of those tunnels. So you're going to see the tunnels in a condition that they are, and now connect this to the story that they went, all those 71 girls, they went through those tunnels underneath, because it looks like those tunnels lead to underneath the synagogue, which is surprising, not at all, actually, knowing what we know. But this looks really, really the craziest, weirdest story ever. So what is this story really about? Let me play this video. You're gonna see the tunnels before they came out from that building.
I'm here right now at the sewer tunnel cave Munchlandian nonsense. So you mean to tell me 71 Muncie girls hopped on these rocks like some sort of Munchlandian hopscotch? I don't know. I'm just gonna describe what I'm feeling over here. The energy is a little off, all right? I'm still trying to map out how the hell 71 Muncie girls, Munchlandian to be exact, made it up here. They wear long skirts, they move Munchlandian like. I don't see them climbing up here and going here to explore. What type of Munchlandian exploration was taking place? I'm trying to figure it out. It smells like shit. A lot of dookie water, a lot of nasty Munchlandian. It's not smelling good. How did y'all not smell this and turn back around? I don't know. Let's figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, 71 of y'all, let's keep adding that up. 71. Why didn't the 57th one turn back around? Why didn't that happen? I'm trying to understand how all 71 of y'all went here. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Miller News, he gonna figure it out. I want to take the same Munchlandian steps y'all did and figure out what the fuck y'all was thinking. Let's go.
So what the heck is this story, right? What is this story? Someone put the comment on that post, human trafficking. I mean, yeah, but what is this really about? What are they trying to tell us, guys? I am really, really wondering, because this is the weirdest thing. You know, those tunnels in Brooklyn, New York, which I talk about so many times, under the headquarters of Chabad Lubavitch. That's a different story, because that's kind of obvious, right? You know what they were doing there. They had mattresses and the blood was there and stuff. Like, you kind of know, like, you know. But what is this? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Please enjoy the rest of your day, and let's keep a distance to all of it. And let's not forget about Albania, because they want us to forget about Albania, and we have to talk about it. And I don't think people will give up, because they are incredibly persistent. It's like huge, huge kudos to those people who are showing up, and their life is not easy. I'm sure it's not. And if they are putting up with the prime minister like that for the last 12 years, boy, oh boy, I can only imagine. where the money goes. So thank you so much, guys. Hit the thumbs up if you appreciate the content and subscribe to my channel. If you choose to support my work, the best way is to donate on PayPal or become my Patreon member. By the way, yesterday I put out a video on Patreon. So to those of you and locals, those of you who support me there, make sure to check it out. This is an exclusive video due to the sensitive content that I was addressing. And yeah, so the links are down below as well. And that's all for today. Lots of love. And remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. And I see you in another video. Bye, everyone.